sir. Reading you loud and clear. The clock has started.
The clock has started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Welcome back to another video lecture. Big girls float better. We'll cover a few things in this video. Basically, be a gent, not a simp, will be the main focus, but we'll cover other things. So let's get it started. So I got two movies. Probably going to hit some more movies. But two movies I'm start off with, which deals with, gives some advice to men, and we'll see whether we agree with it or we don't agree with it. The first one, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. So in Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, the uncle gives the nephew some advice, right? And so we'll see if you agree with this advice or not agree with this advice. So I wrote down the points. Not going to play the movie, but I wrote down the points. And let's see if you agree. So first point, don't look at women. Like horses, they spook easily. Okay. So, yeah, I'd say don't stare at a woman. Obviously, you have to give a look before you approach. But yeah, I'd say don't stare at a woman, especially if she's facing you. And if she's not facing you, try not to get caught staring at her if she turns around. Yeah, that's a good one. Don't scare a woman away. Just be chill. Be chill. And then he says, point 2, never soil your wingman. Okay, yeah, don't spill your drink on your wingman. That's obvious. Girls love to laugh, especially at men. That one I've heard quite often. If you not afraid to make a fool of yourself. I wouldn't say just make a fool of yourself, but yeah, a person who's not afraid to make the fool of themselves is probably a person bold enough to approach when they feel it's comfortable to approach a person. But yeah, I agree with that point. Moving along. Cool comes from the inside. Okay. I agree with that. Confidence comes from the inside. Being cool comes from the inside. Give 2 compliments above the neck. I've heard controversy back and forth. What do you think? I would definitely say don't over compliment. So yeah, two for the evening would probably be good enough, but I wouldn't over compliment, especially on the first date, because you don't know the person. So all your compliments are going to be shallow, not because you're shallow, not because the other person's shallow, because you just don't know. It takes time to get to know them. Give 1 insult. So I know what he's doing there. He's doing the negging, which is insulting a girl, and basically it goes back to the, don't stare at a woman. So the giving the insult, I wouldn't say insult her per se, but I have done this. It was by accident. It was one time. It was like, what was it? I think a girl was taking me home, and we were at this. We're at this railroad, and the train that comes through goes so slow that I've done it several times where I've doubled back and then went to another street and then crossed it. So in other words, basically I outran the train because the train goes so slow, and sometimes the train even stopped on the tracks. That's why I'd always do that. And so when I saw somebody else, doubling back, U-turning, and then going down the road probably a mile, maybe two, so they can cross another track. And I said, "Oh, look, they're being smart." And then she's like, "What are you trying to say?" So yeah, you can lovingly give an insult. I wouldn't do a low blow, but yeah, that is it. It has its good qualities, and the fact that she knows that you're not afraid to speak your mind, be honest, yada yada. So yeah, I would say not to be afraid to speak your mind, but I wouldn't roast the woman on the first date. Let's go through this list. Your feelings for the lady is killing the game. Yes. So that is true. You can want something too bad. If you want something too bad, hmm. Yeah, if you want a lady too bad, then yeah, that can kill you and that can kill your game because you're too focused on trying to get that one lady versus because you really don't know unless you already know the person. If you already know the person, then that's fine. But if you don't know the person, you probably and this has happened to me before, you probably just don't know who they are. So that's why it's not good to over obsess about somebody you never got to get to know because I've done this before. I think it was in junior college and I saw this girl and I mean she looked I wouldn't say she looked like a 10, but she looked fairly attractive and I was always thinking to myself, man, I wonder what it's like to get to know this lady. I mean, she looks beautiful. And then I did that thing that some people do where you assume everything else, You assume, oh, they're this type of person, yada, yada, yada. Came to find out that she was late on her job all the time, didn't care. And then to me, that was just like, I don't like non-punctual people. I hate non-punctuality. I hate people who are late. Punctuality tells me you respect your time and you respect my time. And she said she was always late, and her attitude was like she just didn't care. And after I just got to know that information, we weren't even on a date. I was just chatting with her at the library at the junior college. And after just getting to know that little piece of information, it was like, okay, it's easy to want something when you don't know who that person is. So you got to keep that in mind. It's easy. So you might say, "Oh yeah, she's beautiful." Yeah, but I don't know her. I mean, it could be even a complete waste of my time to try to invest in a date with her because she might be a person that's just like, this is not what I want at all. So yeah, you don't overfeel. In other words, recognize when you are feeling a lot, and then kind of hold that thought and step aside and look at it and say, okay, I'm feeling this, but do I even know the person? No? Okay, well, it's just a feeling of newness because we all feel something for new things in our life. New car, new job, new house, new spouse, new girlfriend, new baby, new city that you're moving to, new career, new major, new university. We always have a little new year for those who go from when you were in high school or junior high and you're going from one level to the next and you want to do something new, a new exercise, a new TV, a new laptop, a new cell phone. So we could always feel something for something that's new in our life. We can feel a little something extra, but just know it's just because it's new. This is the newness. You can have a honeymoon phase with anything in your life. Some last 5 minutes, some last 5 hours, some last 5 days, could last 5 weeks, 5 months, whatever. But know when a feeling is just because it's a new. So yeah, try to remove your feelings from the game if you're choosing to play the game of dating. And then 8, power lies with whoever cares less. I do believe that. I don't believe it as a form of abuse, but I believe it as a reinforcement to the previous one, which is your feeling kills the game. Yeah, so your feeling is killing the game. So don't care so much that you can't think straight or make smart moves. So if you're too in love with anything, really, if you're too in love with anything, you usually don't make great moves because you're so much in love with the idea of something that you don't adapt as much. It's the same thing if somebody's too in love with the career path and their career path isn't getting them anywhere, and if they just choose another path, they might have a better life. Or same thing, you're just with somebody, and I think Who Moved My Cheese, that book emphasizes this. You can be with a person, you think, oh, well, I really want to make this relationship work. Yeah, but it's not going anywhere, so you might need to move. So you don't know where that relationship is going, but usually a person isn't going to bring you happiness anyway. It's just you choosing to be happy with where you are. If you have a one-bedroom apartment or a car, no car, bus service works, no bus service, you got a bike, no bike, just being happy with what you have and who you are. But yeah, so you're going to have make more powerful moves when you're not attached to anything. Very easy to get attached to something. Very easy to get attached to your greed. Very easy to get attached to a person. Very easy to get attached to an idea, untested ideas, just things that people told you. So I think Ghost of Girlfriend Past, that first Ghost, does have he has some good points if you use it in a positive manner. And really any advice can be good for you if you use it in a positive manner.